Joy is mine. Great morning, amazing people. Happy September. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. Let me tell you something. I did not go to sleep until about four something this morning. I was up, I was working, I was planning. I had my notebook. I hope y'all got a notebook. I hope y'all definitely have a notebook. I hope y'all definitely have a journal. I hope y'all have something that y'all keeping your goals in, your dreams in, your progress, your plans, all of that. All of that. I'm telling you, it looks different on paper when you writing down, your goals and things like that, and you just planning out your life and planning out your month and planning out your week. I'm telling you, it makes a huge, huge difference. Good morning, afternoon. Well, it's morning somewhere. It's morning in California and a lot of other places. But I was like, why ain't she on camera? Because I'm still in my PJs. I'm still in the bed. I went to sleep at like four or something this morning. I'm like, listen, it's about to be September. And baby, I got to be on it. I got to be on it. I got to review the plan for September. For anything, you have to have a plan in place. So I had to say, I had to get my plan together. I'm like, listen, this is what I'm doing in September. You know, why don't I see y'all? Hold on, I don't see no comments. That's weird. All right, maybe they'll pop in soon. But how y'all feeling today? Okay, I see Abu. Okay, Abu. Hey, happy September. September, October, November, December. There's 4 months left in 2022. 4 months left. um, okay, so I want to talk about like two things today, right? And I want to talk about, first of all, I need advice. I need advice from y'all. I need to know like what y'all think. Like, okay, so I've been going back and forth with this. Like, y'all know that I started entrepreneur outlets, right? And I created that, something for our culture. I've created that for our culture so we can start keeping the black dollar inside of our community and the black dollar not circulating our community one time. That has to stop. We have to change that though. Like we have the power to change that. Number two, I created it because I want black businesses to succeed. I want them to flourish. I want our black businesses to be able to flourish. I also understand that, our black business owners, especially some of the small ones, don't have a huge budget to have a commercial on TV. You know what I mean? Or get a billboard or, things like that. But then, some of y'all, offer like an amazing service or amazing product. Like that's why I really like once I hit, 1 billion views on Facebook, I'm like, what can I do with this? And that's like, okay, I'm gonna create something so I can, not only do motivational speaking, but be able to help our culture and, get money into, our families, our business, drive some traffic to each other, you know, um, it starts with us. So okay, so I created that opportunity. So I see y'all now. So I don't know if y'all heard y'all if y'all just came in, but I need your advice, right? So we're creating that opportunity, right? And me, putting it out there, letting people know entrepreneur outlet is, for us black small business owners, you know, to be able to promote on the platform, things like that. I made it very, very affordable. It's only $100. I know the one week I ran a special for like 50, you know. It's only $100. You send your product, and I display it on live or whatever. Trying to circulate that money inside of the Black community instead of us going and spending other places. Like, that's my view, right? So I've been like really wrestling with this for weeks. So I need your input on this. So I'm sitting back, and when I go through, you know, the people that are reaching out, I have two people that registered, and then I have other companies that want to come in contracts. So I have a few people that want a contract, right? But then I have two individuals. I would say I have about 20, 25 people right now that want to be on Entrepreneur Outlet, right? Now, only two of the people are small Black businesses. And that's where I'm struggling. Then I sat back, and I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, I kind of understand a little bit. Because I know in our community we can become upset with people that start Black businesses and then sell to bigger companies, and things like that. And I used to be one of those people too, because I didn't understand. So I was mad about something I never understood. Like, one of my favorite brands sold their ownership, and I was like, why they do that? Like, it was. But then you have to understand the back end of what people go through with business, right? So I'm like, I kind of understand why people sell. But then I'm sitting up here and I'm like, these are my thoughts, and I'm just being real with y'all. I'm like, does the Black community even want Entrepreneur Outlet? Does the Black community even want promotion? Like, what do we want? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Um, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, do they even like want these type of opportunities, want these type of platforms? Like, I'm stuck with that. I'm kind of stuck. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Did y'all hear, like, okay, so did y'all hear me? Do y'all have like any input? Like, I'm just trying to see, like, is this with the Black community, like, wants? Do we want to keep the dollar in our community? Do we want to build up, our businesses and things like that? Like, is that something that we want? You know, um, because, like, I'm looking at all the people that want this opportunity, and only two of them are Black. I think comments are like a little delayed. It's okay. But that's what I'm thinking, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come on my platform and promote a dollar going to another culture. I don't want to do that. But then, if I say that I'm not gonna do that, then the show may not do what I planned it to do. And I'm saying that for the simple fact that um the way that I'm producing it, it may not be worth producing, just because I'm a lose versus, be able to break even, if that makes sense. Tykees, only some of us. Okay. I mean, I want to bring this conversation, to the table, because I'm doing this for us. You know, um, I want us to flourish. I want to change things. Others, some other cultures, they don't spend outside their culture. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to just sit up here and promote anybody and put money into another culture. We've done that for so long. Like, so I'm trying to see, like, is this even something that's needed, something that's wanted? You know what I mean? Good morning. I think the comments are delayed. something, because nobody's giving me feedback on what they think, or what give me feedback on what you think, or what you would do in the situation, because I definitely have to downsize a little bit, because everything I do on my own. You know what I mean? Everything I do with every part of my businesses, I do on my own. You know what I mean? I'm in charge of everything. I do about 10 different jobs. And I'm thinking, like, if entrepreneur outlet is something that, people um aren't interested in, then I'm gonna go ahead and make the decision from there. Um but that's one thing. Like, if y'all want to comment about it, you can. I just wanted some input on which way to go. Now I want to kind of flip the conversation into business. Like, I have a lot of people like reaching out to me about opening a business, about how they can make money, remote jobs, and things like that. And this is my belief, right? My belief is that I encourage everybody to get organized, and I encourage people to have a budget. I see that a lot of people don't have a budget. So people don't know what they're really spending every single month. People are just spending. And I don't think that's like a really healthy thing. You definitely should have a budget. You definitely should sit down and look at your budget, and say, okay, well, these are my bills. You know, this is what I'm spending on bills. This is what I'm spending on entertainment. This is what I'm spending on eating out. This is just a budget, so you know what's going on, right? So I had a coaching with someone, and what we figured out, and I want to share this. What we figured out is we did a budget. This person's never done a budget before. And I know y'all probably like, why is Shada Kimi talking about this? Because it's very, very important, especially for people that you don't want to go to the next level, people that want financial freedom. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing I believe in is, yes, I believe in putting the work in, but I also believe in, working us in a smart way. So not working, harder, but working smarter. So, a lot we sit on social media, we see people saying, oh, we're doing this and people are doing that and people are doing this and people are doing so many different things to be financially free. There's people have told me, Salakimi, I see people sit up here and go on vacation after vacation, or work from this state and they live here, and I want to be able to do those type of things. And it's like you have to put yourself in position to do those type of things, right? One thing I think about is, say your bills are $2,500 a month. That's everything. That's food, that's rent, depending on where you live. $2,500 a month, right? I feel like you should have a source of income that makes 2,500 a month. One source of income. I feel like people should have multiple sources of income. I feel like people should be making money in their sleep. So I feel like if you're new to multiple sources of income, you could start with three sources of income. You could have an income that pays your bills, and you have some left over. Then you can have two other incomes, and one income you can put in a savings account and save for, whatever your goals are, things like that. And then you could have another one to do, what you want, invest, things like that. But I definitely think that people should start looking into having multiple streams of income. I'm talking about streams of income where you are making money in your sleep. Like, you are asleep and you wake up and you have made money because people are up and people are buying things. You see what I'm saying? Buying services, people doing this, doing that, and you have made money. Let me tell you something. I have a client that has a YouTube channel, and it took him maybe like a week or two to put the channel up. You know what I mean? And he does nothing else. He adds videos to it. Maybe a video once every 2 weeks or 2 weeks, but he has millions and millions of views. That YouTube income pays his bills. That pays his bills. He had a full-time job when he started this, but that YouTube money started paying all his bills. and he had extra, and he wasn't doing nothing because people go on YouTube at their own leisure and watch stuff, on YouTube. They share, they watch, things like that. So that's a stream of income for him. I want to kind of more talk to people about sources of income that you can do. People are doing so many different things, to have multiple sources of income. Like I said, income you make in your sleep, income that makes itself. I just really encourage, people to have you know that. Oh, now I'm seeing it. Okay, yes, I do believe we should keep the money in our culture. Don't lose out on people that don't want nothing for themselves. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, I really, you always speak in great facts. Thank you. I just because at the end of the day, it's like, it's out here. To be honest with you, I have another client that has an outstanding Amazon store. You know what I mean? People I know people that have 10 different sources of income, and they live the life that they want to live. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's September. It's the 1st of September. You know what I mean? Let's open our minds, to different things and better things. I'm thinking about maybe doing a class where I talk about different sources of income to get into, different businesses, to be able to get into, that brings people some financial freedom, gives people the freedom to travel if you want to, be your own boss if you want to, things like that. I'm thinking about, like, doing something, around that. Like, y'all tell me, like, what y'all want, what y'all interested in, so I know, like, what to bring to the table, because I'm looking at, like, entrepreneur outlet. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is going to be great for the Black community. You know what I mean? I want to share my viewership. I want to be able to share my platform. I understand they don't have the money to promote with these places that want $1,000 for an Instagram post. You see what I'm saying? Like, but then it's like when you put it out there, it's like really no response. From the Black community, it's very little. Response from the Black community. So it's like, well, is this something that's needed? And yeah, I'm gonna have to downsize a little bit here more because I'm doing like 10 jobs, so it's like I'm a downsize a little bit, and that if that's something that's like not needed, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. Um, I can go ahead and, do away with that if that's something that's not needed. But I also don't feel comfortable. Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you, these people, they're offering way more than what I'm asking, you know. But to me, it's like that's me putting money into another culture, and I don't know, it don't sit right. It don't sit right with me a little bit. My father started a construction business and he didn't have support in the Black community, so he took a business and contracted with Fortune 50 company and held that contract for 40 years. Okay, Simon. Okay. And I was in a meeting a few days ago, and that's what a lot of people are leaning towards. And I just want to be real, with the lack of support in our culture makes people make those decisions. Like, I understand it. People are like, Shalakimi, I gotta feed my family. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be in a better position. Like, it's hard, yo. I don't know what to do though, to be honest with you. I don't know what to do for our culture and our community. I just don't know. And then it's like when people make a move like that, people are, oh, you a sellout, and oh, why you sell your company? You should have stayed all Black owned. You To be honest with you, some people can't afford that. And that's what I'm seeing. I didn't understand that either. I used to be one of the people like, well, why would they sell? Like they was all black. It was created. They put their blood, sweat, and tears in it. I'm like, why would they sell? But now I understand why they sell. I didn't understand then because I didn't understand business like that. But now I understand. And with people close to me expressing it to me, like Shalaki, me, I gotta feed my family. You know what I mean? Like I got goals, I got dreams, I got things I gotta do. I can't sit up here and depend on the black community because the black community is not supporting me. I'm like, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's that's the conversation. I don't know what to do though. I don't know. Like I could talk about support till I'm blue in the face. You know what I mean? Like I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face. Like if we don't do it, together, then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. If anybody has any suggestions, please, give the suggestions. I don't even know what to say to people that come to me in those type of situations. And it's like now I'm in that type of situation, like, well, I don't want to put the money in another community. I want the money to circulate in ours. It doesn't circulate in our community enough. I don't even know if I could, even start something to try to fix it. I don't know because I can't do it by myself. I can't do it by myself. It seems like, a lot of people in our culture is just programmed, to spend with other people. It's like we gotta be focused on, and I'm not saying we have to 100% shop with each other. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know. But what I am saying is that I'm sure that we could definitely look at some of the products and services we use and see if we could give our business to somebody in our culture and in our community. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to really figure out solutions. I really am. I'm trying to figure out a way because it doesn't sit right with me that the money only circulates in a black community one time, but it's circulating in other communities a lot of times. I don't know. I think I'm gonna just pray about it. I think I'm gonna just pray about it and just do that. Yes, I do believe we should keep the money in our culture, and that's cool. That's easier said than done. It really is. It really is. I think I have a lot to think about, and I have some decisions to make, but I am trying. I'm trying. You know, to make our culture and our community better. Make it greater. Even by offering the opportunities and the resources that I try to offer to help people start businesses, and to help people get better paying jobs. Like, I don't know what else, I don't really know what else to do. But if anybody have any suggestions, definitely leave them in the comments, and I'll be reading the comments. I want people to really, really think and allow your mind to expand, to if you only have one source of income, maybe getting another source of income that makes itself. You know what I mean? Not that you working harder and you taking time away from your family, but working smarter, because there's other sources of income out here though that you can do to loosen things up a little bit, so you're not working paycheck to paycheck. Like, I don't want to see our people doing that. I really, really don't. But I love y'all. I'ma go. I'ma think about this. Like I said, if y'all have any input about anything I talked about on the live today, or even if you have questions, please leave them in the comments and I'm gonna answer them. But y'all have a great day and happy September. And I'm excited about September for all of us.